Hey everybody, it's the founder of KartFab here, and today I just put this go-kart up on jack stands and I'm going to restore it. So if you look here, we got old crappy tires, busted shocks, steering wheel's kind of falling apart, comes off on your hand, missing seat, back tires are shot, and we got an old Tecumseh engine with a 40 series torque converter on it. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be working on it all night, and hopefully I'll get it running by the morning. And we're going to put this thing on it. This is a 13 horsepower Honda GX390 engine, and it's on a power washer. We're going to put it on there and put a brand new torque converter on it, put a new seat on it, and get it running, get some lights on it. Alright, so I picked up these LED headlights, got two of them. Little actually work lights, 18 watt, and we're going to put them right here on the mounts and see how it looks. Alright, so as you can see, I have these two work lights installed on it. Got one here and one here, and you can see that it has a little adjuster bracket right there, and you can adjust it 360 degrees, and then you can tilt it forward and backward, and we got them pretty much lined up right there. So what we have on here is a Tecumseh engine. I'm not sure what the horsepower rating is on it. I'm sure it says, there we go, measly little 9 horsepower. And it does have electric start. I don't know if you can see that right there. And it's got keys on it right here too. So I'm kind of excited about that, but who cares? It's a Tecumseh, and I can put this baby on it instead. So let's check out that next. I got the engine off, sitting here down there. Now we got to take the power washer pump portion off of here, so the shaft will be free to put on the torque converter. So this is a quick mock-up of the engine. Got it not bolted in yet. That's going to be the hard part. Got the torque converter mocked up. If you notice, the previous owner put the torque converter, this is the drive unit, put the driven unit in backwards. So we're going to fix that, and then we got a lawnmower battery here we're going to route the power to. Alright, so I got the jack shaft all cleaned up and degreased, and the motor mount down here degreased. Pull the bearings out, and what we're going to do is take the driven unit here and remove the jack shaft, and then take this driven unit, flip it around, put it back on. So I'm just going to take a hammer and an awl here, and or center punch, and punch that out through here, and the vise will hold the driven unit in place while I'm doing that. Okay, so we got the driven unit aligned. I actually cheated and pulled one off of a different go-kart because I couldn't unseize the driven unit from the jack shaft here. That's alright. Also, the drive unit here, it normally sits in here. In order for it to line up, we've got to have it come out just a little bit here, so there's a gap right there, and what I'm going to do is just cut a piece of 1-inch pipe and make a little spacer for that spot there and bolt it all down. Now instead of having the jack shaft sprocket right here, I could push this in and have this drive unit go in and then run the sprocket over here. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to keep it all on this side so I don't have to remove the sprocket down here for the axle. So if you look here on the left, that's the jack shaft bearing, and on the right here are the ones that I replaced them with. You can check out the links in the description for all the parts that I used in this build. So looking at these belts, 203/785, that requires a center to center distance of 8 3/16 or something like that. Anyway, Center distance is the distance from the center of your engine shaft to the center of your jack shaft when they're parallel. So just looking here, my center is 8 3/4 inch. So I can either order a new belt or drill new holes back here to slide the engine back by about 1/2 inch. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drill a few holes right here, slide it back. I'll have a couple belts that already fit. So while I've got the engine off here, I'm going to go ahead and replace the shocks. So brand new shocks just like that. Just a bolt here and a bolt down there, and you got brand new shocks. Alright, so there you have it. You have new shocks, one on each side. And that's about it for the shocks in the back. We got to do the ones in the front, but you focus on the engine first over here. Okay, finally got the engine mounted here. Got the bolt secured. Also have the chain hooked up. The chain hooked up, cut it to length, and got it tightened and everything torqued down. Changed the oil here, and cleaned up the spark plug, cleaned up the carburetor, changed the air filter. So this engine should be good to go. Also hooked up a kill switch here. This one right here will be hooked to the kill switch here, and this directly links to the spark plug, the magneto there. Also going to be working on threading a new throttle cable here, and there we go. Okay, next step is to replace the front shocks and grease the A-arms, and we'll start working on the tires as well. Okay, so here is the wheel finish being painted. What I did is I took this angle grinder here with the wire wheel attachment, and I took off the rust because you're going to get the bead right here that normally seats here and here. That would leak air because it was so badly rusted. So that's the finished one. This is the one after I took off the metal and primed it. So after these dry in about 15-20 minutes, we'll put on the new tires. Well, I didn't make it to morning by finishing it, but I got the 3 of the 4 tires on. I'm going to put that last tire on. What I'm doing with the tire is I'm taking a mixture of water and dish soap and a couple of screwdrivers, and then this, I'm locking it on the rim right up here. You can see that. Lock it there to put the very end part on there. The first section is pretty easy to put on. This back part here slides right over top. That last section is kind of hard to finish seating the bead. Okay, so I got this battery box that I just tack welded in there. Some angle iron flat bar and some rod here, 1/4 inch coarse thread rod. And the battery just plops right in there, and then I'll have a bar with 2 holes in it that'll secure it to the top. So this next part is the seat. It's just a piece of plywood, and these things, the 1, 2, 3, 4 are T-nuts. And they allow you to drill through the wood without stripping it out. Actually screw into it. And these are what's left of the T-nuts on the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those off, screw the plywood in, put some foam on it, and staple some vinyl to the top. So this is the seat. I painted the plywood black. Notice how the T-nuts are facing. Got it facing, so what we're seeing would be the bottom. You got the foam, and then you got the vinyl here. I'm just going to fold it over and staple, compressing the high density foam a little bit as I go. The seat is all done. Got the T-nuts linked in at the bottom, and it slides back and forth. Also got the kill switch wired up, the lights hooked up. The lights, the wiring was pretty straightforward. You have both the lights hooked into a hot and both hooked into the ground, and it's actually a 3-way switch. If you can see right here, it's 1, 2, 3 connections. You get the hot and the ground hooked up, and then the middle post as well, so you can turn both of them on and off at the same time. Then the wiring goes down here, all the way down there, over to the battery. Battery, like I said, is pretty straightforward to get that hooked up. You got negative, positive, and then I have that little cable hooked up through cable ties and then secured with this little piece here. Now with the engine, I had some serious issues. The engine that I had actually is still right over here. I put it on the go-kart, got it running, took it out. It would throttle up just fine, or so I thought. Cleaned the carburetor out a couple times. Full throttle, it would backfire out of the carburetor itself and shut off the choke switch. And the choke switch, it would backfire and just close it just like that, boom. So it might be something to do with valves, timing, carburetor getting dirty again since there was a little bit of rust in the tank there. So instead, I just used the little trusty 11 horsepower engine that I already had and hooked it right up. Wasn't too fun. With 11 horsepower, it goes pretty quick. It doesn't have a ton of torque. So instead, in a future video, I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing on it. Because I've got two of these and they both run. It's the V-twin Honda GX 620 engine. So that's one thing that I'm going to hook up. I'm going to hook up the key and wire all that. So the key switch over here will turn on the engine and turn it off. So took the go-kart to Utah on a family reunion, so the rest of the footage is in the next video. So if you want to see that, you'll have to wait until the next video comes out. Thanks, guys.